Alright, let's begin with whole numbers. Our first objective is we want to be able to write numbers in the expanded form. Well, first, before we do that, we have to talk about what are the whole numbers and what are the digits. So let's talk about whole numbers. Whole numbers answer the question how many. They're numbers that we use to count with. So I'm going to write this down first of all. Whole numbers answer the question how many. Okay, so whole numbers are counting numbers. They're numbers that we use to count with. So they start with 0 and go up. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to stop there. They keep going on forever. Forever and ever. Okay, and these whole numbers are made up of digits. So what are the digits? Well, let's see. The digits are the numbers 0 through 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So all of the whole numbers, they're made up of the digits. So let me just take a whole number. I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to pick 641. Okay, this is the number 641, and it's made up of 3 digits. And the value of the number is determined by the digits and where the digits are placed in the number. So for example, the 6 here, draw an arrow to the 6. The 6 is in the hundreds place. So the 6 represents 6 hundreds. Okay, so 6 hundreds or 600, that's what the 6 represents. The 4 is in the tens place, that represents 4 tens, or 40. The 1 is in the 1 place, that just represents 1 1, so that's just 1. 641. Alright, let's move to the next item here, which is what are the place values. So we're talking more about what the place values are for our numbers, for our whole numbers. So I'm going to write down a really big whole number. So let me write down a really big whole number. This is just a huge number. Let me write it out here. Okay. And this number, you can determine the value of this number by where the digits are placed in the number. So let me write down the number here in my chart. Okay. So I'm going to write down my number in here. Okay. And each digit is in a specific place value. Okay. So the 3, and I'm going to attempt to write down what the place values are here on these slanted lines, and it's really hard, so please forgive me if my writing is kind of crooked, but let's see here. The 3 is in the ones place, so write that down. The 3 is in the ones place. The 5 is in the tens place. 0, this is the hundreds place. Alright, the 7 thousands this 0, this is in the 10,000s place. 10,000s. Okay, the 9, this is in the 100,000s place. 100,000s. Okay, the 4, now we are in the millions place. This is the millions place. The 2, this is the 10 millions place. 10 millions. The 8, this is the 100 millions. Okay, now the 2, now we're getting into the billions. So this is, the 2 is in the billions place. Oh, that's a sloppy B here. Okay, B, billions. 4, this is the 10 billions. Okay. And we don't have anything over here. There's no digit right here, but if we did, this would be 100 billion. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down. 100 billions. Okay. And I hope you can read all those. All right. Okay, so now we can see more clearly what this number actually is because of the place value. So 4 is in the 10 billions, 2 is in the billions, and so on. So what we have here is we have 42,824,907,053. Okay. And now you notice with the number is broken up into groups of 3. Okay, and each group of 3, these keep going over here. If we kept going, after billions, there's trillions and so on. So we keep going, but this number stops in the billions. Okay, and all numbers are broken down into these groups of 3, and each group of 3 is called a period. Okay, so this first one, this first period, this is called the ones. Okay, the second one, this is the thousands. Thousands. Okay, the third one here, this is the millions. And this last one, this is the billions. Okay. Alright. So this first period is the ones, the second period is the thousands, this third period is the millions, and the fourth one is billions. And you can see it lines up to their place value. So we got billions over here, this group of 3, these are the billions. This group of 3 are the millions. These are the thousands, and these are the ones. So hundreds, tens, ones. Okay. Alright, and it's a good idea to memorize the place values. I mean, after a while, it'll become second nature, but you need to know what the place values are because that's how you understand what the value of a number actually is. Okay, and let's move to number 3 here. It says write each of the following numbers in expanded form. Expanded form is just a way to illustrate what each digit in a number represents. Okay, so if we look at the first one here, this is 3,458. So I want to write this in expanded form. So 3,458, if I make an equal sign there, okay, so 3,458, this equals, okay, so 3,000, I'm going to write out 3,000 plus the 4, that's in the hundreds place. So the 4 is in the hundreds place, the 4 represents 400. plus 5 is in the tens place, so that's 5 tens. That represents 50. 5 represents 50. And the 8 is in the ones place, so that's just 8 ones or 8. Okay, so this is the expanded form of that number, 3,458. And the expanded form is 3,000 plus 400 plus 50 plus 8. Okay, and next, let's see, we've got 782,412. Alright, so the 7, that's in the hundred thousands place. So the 7 represents 700,000. So let me write this out. 700,000 plus the 8 is in the 10,000s place. So 8 represents 8 10,000s or 80,000. Okay, plus the 2 is in the thousands place, so the 2 represents 2,000. Plus the 4 is in the hundreds place, so the 4 represents 4 hundreds. So 400. Plus the 1 is in the tens place, so 110. Plus we have the 2, that's in the ones place, so that's just 2. Okay, now the last one here. We have 780,450,125. Okay, so the 7 is in the hundred millions place, so the 7 represents 700 million. Plus the 8 is in the 80 millions place. I mean, the 8 is in the 10 millions place. So the 8 represents 8 10 millions or 80 million. Alright, plus. Now we have a 0 here. The 0 is in the millions place. So we have 0 millions. Okay, so we can just skip that. Alright, and next we have the 4. 4 is in the hundred thousands place. So the 4 represents 400 thousands. So that's going to be 400,000. Plus the 5 is in the 10,000s place. So that represents 5 10,000s or 50,000. Plus, again, we have a 0. 0 is in the thousands place, so that represents 0 thousands. We can just skip that. Next, we have a 1. That's in the hundreds place, so we have 100. I'm just continuing this down here. That's a plus. There we go. Plus 100. The 2. Let's see. Let me write a plus here. The 2 is in the tens place, so that's 2 tens, so that's 20. Plus 5. The 5 is in the ones place, so that's 5.